All right, today is Chav Vav Tishrei, starting Shiur again. The Shiur is dedicated Lil Nishmas, my Shvigal, Lachlei Abbas, Sol Shimon, Neshama Shel Ben Aliyah.
Amen.
Should be a mitzvah for the Shimon Shpachim and the Kal Sol. She was a Shatchem Tesh. She was Mashalach many people, so let it be in our honor that we sit and learn. All right, we're holding Daf yg.b-י, Chagiga Daf yg.ב-י. We finished last week. Just going to go back for one moment. What we said last week. Last week we said that there was Yecheskel Hanavi had a vision. He saw the Eivishter, saw the Merkava, saw the chariot, and all the different things. He also said that Yeshayahu Hanavi also had a vision, but Yeshayahu did not detail it as much as Yecheskel. And we said that the reason why was that? Because Yecheskel is considered like a ben kfar, like a village boy that gets very excited when he sees something so awesome. So he came back and he said in all details. Also, in fact, this says when he goes back to his village, after that he had to give them a lot of details to basically show them that what he's talking about is correct. It's not Stam having a vision, and it should end up in the psych ward down here in Kings County. But Yeshayahu Navi was a ben what's it called? Ben Ir. He was a ben krach. He was a city boy that, like in the city, you would see the kings more often. So it's not such a chiddush that he saw a king. So he didn't describe it as much. But it's interesting. There's a set of nach, a red set of nach, Hamoel, and in the beginning they do a very nice introduction of the entire sefer, who the person was, who was married to, what was his lifetime, a lot of details. So in that sefer on Yeshayahu, they bring another point that from Moshe Rabbeinu, it says Taka Moshe lekom, what's it called? What does it say? Moshe. Taka says there, but it says Yeshayahu was very, very close to that. Just like Moshe says that it says Panim Diba Hashem Mochem, Yeshayahu it says similar things. In fact, his nephew got upset because of certain things that he said that contradicted Moshe, and therefore his nephew went against him, and he ended up, not his nephew, his grandchild, Menashe, went against him. But Yeshayahu was when we look at the levels of Nevi'im, Yeshayahu was one of the top, if not the top Navi after Moshe Rabbeinu. So when he saw the Eibishter, for him it was like a ben klach. It was not like something that he had to talk about, and everyone knew that he had visions. But Yecheskel was on a much lower level of Nevi'us, and therefore for him was more exciting. That's why he wrote. That's what the Gemarrah says. Zog the Gemarrah. Now we're continuing. We'll yg.b-י, where the wide lines start, just about where the wide line starts, 2 lines above that. The middle wide lines. Amar Shlakish. We're saying a lot of statements in the name of a Shlakish. Amar Shlakish. Shlakish says, Maidich Siv. We were talking about the Merkava. The Merkava had, we said the Merkava, the Gemara is going to say, the Merkava had 4 faces. And the Adam, he had the face of a human, it has the face of an ox, it had the face of a lion, and of a nesh of an eagle. So, one say, we're not there. Omer Shlakish, Ma'idich Siv, or Shiur Hashem ki go. The pasuk is actually Shiur Hashem ki go. Praise the Eibishter, ki go, because he is highly exalted. He's highly exalted. What's the Shlakish teaching? What is he explaining? Shiur lemisha mizgoy alagim. Praise the one that is higher. He's highly exalted. He's higher than the ones that hold themselves high. The Omamal, the teacher explained, Melech shebachayos, who is the king of the wild animals? Adi, the lion. Melech shebehemoths, who is the king of the domesticated animals? Shoyd is the ox.
They must know the Maimer. The Maimer, I learned this.
And the video. No. Melech shebeoifes, Nesha, who is the king, ruler on all the avian species, the birds. His Nesha is the eagle. The Adam is going aleim, and the Adam, the human being, is on top of all of them. The Eibishter is even higher than all of them. That's Shiur Hashem ki go goes on the Eibishter that is higher than even Adam, than even the human being. The Eibishter is higher than Kol Kol. Here, Stam there saw a pshat that is brought down L'cha'oida. Mashal says this actually. Mashal says this, that basically there's 4 levels here. There's the regular animals, the regular birds, and the regular wild animals. Regular wild animals, regular domesticated animals, and regular birds. On top of them is the melech, is the king, which is the ox, the lion, and the eagle. On top of them is the human being. So this is level 3. And on top of that is the Eibishter. If that's the case, then it should say Shiur Hashem ki go go. The Eibishter is above the one that is above the king, which is above the regular people. The pasuk only says twice. Again, there's the lowest level, the animal, the kings of the animals, birds and wild animals. The Adam, which is already, that's the go. The Eibishter has to be one more level higher. Says the Mashal, yes, says the Mashal that is correct. And the real truth is that we learn that we have to praise Hashem not from the beginning of this pasuk, go, rather from the end of the pasuk where it says, Sus v'doich v'lam. What is sus v'doich coming over here? It's coming to tell you the Eibishter says, even the one that is higher and exalted above the one that is high, so even the Adam, the human being that is higher than the kings of the animal, the birds and the wild animals, I'm even higher than that. I can throw them all into the ocean. I'm higher than all of them. So therefore, Shiur Hashem.
Another level, king of humans.
No, the Eibishter is king of everything.
So why isn't there another level?
Because Adam, we're going on the general thing. So Zakte Gemarrah weiter. But it's a good question like this. But so basically, that's the Mashal says we're going. This really explanations of the end of the pasuk, not the beginning of the pasuk. Okay, in one pasuk. So we said that Yeshayahu and Yecheskel both had a vision. Now in Yecheskel, we have the vision twice. Yecheskel saw the vision twice. One was in the beginning, right away in the beginning of Yecheskel. Yecheskel and Buzi, we read it as a Torah somewhere. By Shavuos, and one was later on, 10 chapters later on. The faces of the malachim, of the chayes that were by the Merkava, by the wagon, by the chariot. So it was like this: Pnei Adam, a face of human being, face of a lion, on the right side of each or 4 of them. Pnei Hashoyim, a smoila batam. And the ox was on the left side, and also the Benenesha, the eagle. And by the way, it is not that each corner had just one Adam, just a ox, just a Nesha, just a lion. Each one of the Chayes had all 4 of them. Le'al batam, it means that each one of them had either a pshat is that.
Where would they have all of them?
There were 4 Chayes who were holding up the wagon.
Okay.
And it says Adam, Aryeh, Shoy, and Nesha, lion, eagle, ox, and a human. But the truth is, it says la batam that each one of the chayes that was holding up the chariot had actually 4 faces, all 4.
The totem pole.
Yeah, something like that. Basically,
one
yeah, but this is more like and the more dominant one, the ones facing outward towards, is the on one side it was the Adam, one side was the Shoy, one side was the. But each one of them had all 4 of them, and basically also later we'll see that it says they all had wings, either 4 wings or 6 wings. It means that not the one of them had 4 wings or 6 wings, but each face had 4 wings or 6 wings. So it could be that one, if they had 4 wings. Each one had 16 wings. And it was all wings around the 64 wings. Just brought that in a tag somewhere. Anyways, that's just an interesting nakuda. So Pnei Le'al Baton, all 4 of them had Pnei Adam, Pnei Ade, Pnei Shod, and Pnei Nesham. Uksiv, and it says later on in Cheskel, 10 chapters later on, when Cheskel had a vision again, it changed. Uksiv V'Abba Ponim Le'echot. There were 4 faces to one of the Chayas. Pnei Echot, Pnei Akuf, Pnei Hashem, Pnei Adam, V'Shlish, Pnei Av, V'Avi, Pnei Nesham. He saw Pnei Kluv. Kluv really is a vegetable. It's
leek.
Yeah, or Leeks. What do you make al-basi from?
Cabbage.
Cabbage, yeah. But here, the Gemarrah later is going to say it's not that. The Gemarrah says it's a little child. It's ke'luv, just like a luv, which is tied to a child. So Pnei Kluv. Pnei Shen is Pnei Adam, a human being. V'ashlish Pnei Aliyah, a lion, V'avi Pnei Nesham. And the 4th one is the eagle. What happened to the shoy? What happened to the ox? Lo shoy, like a choshev. What's the geshen? Amar Shlakish explained. The Cheskel Bikush al V'lachim. Cheskel saw the vision the first time, and he saw that it was an ox. He asked the Eibishter, please. He asked the Eibishter to please remove the ox. Why? V'hav chelekuv, and he changed it away. But Amar Lefanav V'Venishlam, Cheskel told the Eibishter, Ein katega nasasanega. There's no. It's not possible that the prosecutor or the one that's becoming to complain should become the defender. So because these Melkava were the ones that brought up the tefillah to the Eibishter, so it's not possible that the Shoyer, which is the father of the Egel, which was the Egel Azav, can bring our tefillas. So the Cheskel Daven and the Eibishter removed the Shoyer, which is an interesting thing, because we're talking about the Melkava. We're talking about the Eibishter created the world, and the Eibishter created the world with whether with or without. The Melkava is there sometimes from Sheish Mevelations, if not even beyond that. Many years later, Cheskel goes and changes the entire thing. Which, by the way, got me thinking, maybe they had the kings, the highest level of all the animals. Before the Chet Etzadas, the highest animal, really above all the animals, even higher than the lion and the ox, was the Nachash, was the snake. So it could even be that by the time of the Chet Etzadas, before the time of Chet Etzadas, there was one of the faces was a Nachash. We don't know. And afterwards it changed. But it's so powerful to see that the Navi can daven to the Eibishter and Pasha changes the makeup of something Ruchnis that was there for thousands of years, and he davens and he changes it. In any case, he changed it to a little child.
Why is the shirt a kateger?
Because the father of the calf, the Egel Azov. He's a prosecutor type of thing. So if he brings up the tefillas, it's in a negative way. There's other people that say that the Aliyah and the Adam on the right side, it's basically they are bringing good things to the Eibishter, and the Shoy and the Nesha on the left side, they bring like the negative things. And even then, you don't want the negative guy to be biased. You bring the negative things, but to be biased, like the Shoy is biased because the Egel Azov was the one that had the Chet Egel, that we didn't want. My kluv, what's a kluv? Kadavio, just like a baby. She came by Bavel, Kohen Linu Kadavio. In Bavel, they used to call a baby, they used to call him Kadavio. So Kadavio, just like a baby. If that's the case, so you had two human faces on the Makava. You said that the one face was a kluv, was a baby, the other one was a human. So we see that they're human and a baby. It's the same thing. They're both humans. What's the difference between the kluv and Adam? So the Gemarrah, this is a young child and an adult. So in the Makava now, the Cheskel marriage should change. We should have an adult and a young child in the Makava, and as well as the Aliyah, the lion, and the Nesha. Now, where does the bald eagle, the American bald eagle, come in? The American bald eagle comes in. And I saw in a sefer that brings a lot of interesting meforshim on in Yaakov. So one of the things he brings down is that each of the things that were in the Melkava goes on a different golus. It says the Adam goes on Modai Opolas, because Modai Opolas was between the four Goluyas. They were the nicest to the Eden. They actually even the Beis Hamikdash was built by the time of the Golus of Modai Opolas, which is Persia of today. Very nice people to the Eden today, but that was back then the Golus Modai Opolas. That's the Adam. Pnei Shoyer is the Golus Yavon, because Golus Pnei Shoyer is Golus Yavon. Because Golus Yavon, I believe it said there that Kis v'lachem al keren ha-shoyer she'en lachem chelek v'lekei Yisrael. They told the Eden right on a horn of an ox that you have no part with the Eibishter. So that's what they're compared to a shoyer, to an ox. The Aliyah is the first golus of the Beis Hamikdash, Bavel, because it says about Bavel, it said and a lion came out from its den. So compared to a lion. So each one of them goes into different things. But the Nesha is the golus that we're now in today. The eagle is the golus we're not today. Why? Because eagles have a natural phenomenon, like many birds have, that they exchange their feathers every year. The feathers that they used to fly, the flying feathers, they shed the old ones and get new ones every year. So they're becoming renewed and refreshed. They last the longest. And they show resilience. They change themselves. So basically, the American eagle, shows, like I googled it, shows up that it shows strength and freedom and all these things. But the nesha, the way we look at it, the nesha, the goal is the last bubble that the goals are in, is that we're in such a long golus, it lasts unfortunately so long, and the people that make us suffer change themselves in different ways. They adapt in different ways to find another reason, another way to make the Yidden suffer. So even you could say maybe the Americans, first they're not nice, now they're nice, and now they're withholding, and now we're going to be not. It's a golus that we're in because we don't know from where the Ra is going to come. They might change themselves, and they might last minute start hating. So this is the nesha. So is the American eagle a goodie? I think, I don't know, but the eagle itself shows on something that's actually sinister, that they can adapt itself to new situations and find new things constantly to harass the Yidden and give them a hard time. That's some medish or some kind of pirish that is up. Okay, we're back in the Gemarrah. There's one pasuk that says Sheish knafayim le'echol. This is a pasuk in a Shiur. When he saw the malachim, what did he see? He saw the slafim, and it says that each one had 6 wings. Sheish knafayim le'echol means each of the faces of each corner of the Merkava had 6 wings. So each corner had 24 wings, because we said we have each corner or each malach that held up the Merkava was made out of 4. So each one had 6 wings. Because of in Yecheskel it said, there were 4 faces to one chayas, the one of the malachim that held up the Merkava, and each one had only 4 wings. So was it 4 or 6? And with the Gemarrah, the kasha. Kam is manche Beis Hamikdash kayam. Kam is manche in Beis Hamikdash kayam. Here's the times Beis Hamikdash was, but the Shiur was, the Beis Hamikdash was still standing, and at that time the Eibishter, because the Eibishter was complete Lamaila, so the Malachim Lamaila, sorry, because the Beis Hamikdash was complete Lamata, the Malachim Lamaila also were complete and they had 6 wings. Masha'enken, when it was Beis Hamikdash Chayam, Kaviyachas Shenismata Kanafah Chayas, that the wings of the Chayas of the Malachim were diminished. It took off 2 wings. So they were at 6 wings before, and it took off 2 wings. Now, if you look in the pasuk, if you don't have the pasuk on the bottom, I'll read the pasuk aloud. Sofim Olam Malay, it's in the ches on the bottom. Sofim Malay, the chayas were sofim. They stood on top of the Eibush, they stood on top of the Merkava. Sheish knafayim le'echad. Each one had 6 wings. What did it do? What did the 6 wings? What were they there for? Beshtayim yichasaponav. With 2 of them, he covered, the malach covered its face. Beshtayim yichasanagov, and 2 of them it covered his feet. Beshtayim yoifim, with 2 of them he flew, or he flapped his wings.
Which 2 were?
Okay, so that Gemarrah is going to ask which one was taken off. So the Gemarrah, back in the Gemarrah, Haiminayu imut, which one of these 6 wings were taken? Which 2 of these 6 wings were taken away? The 2 wings that they say Shiur with. Which wings does he use to take Shiur with? And the next pasuk says, because with 2 wings the malachim would fly, they would flap their wings, and the Rashi explains the flapping of the wings makes a sound. That sound is the Shiur, is the sing praising the Eibishter. How do we know that's what was the singing? Because right after that the pasuk says, because that they would announce to each other, would call to each other, and they all said together, Kodesh, Kodesh, Kodesh. So the 2 wings that they would fly with, because of the flying, they would flap their wings and they would make a sound. Those are the 2 wings that were taken off. The wings of singing Shiur. Uksiv, it says in the pasuk in Mishlei, Hasoif enecha boy ve'eneno. Again, Hasoif is like almost like flying, but it's like if you cast your eye fast upon it or something, ve'eneno, and they're gone. So it goes on the wings that the malachim would fly.
The 4 wheels were just heads of different animals, like different babies, and like.
It wasn't really wheels, but
It's just heads. It wasn't bodies.
Yeah. I don't know. They had the face of a human.
It's not literal. None of it is literal.
It's not literal. No, you can't say it's literal. But there was something there. Faces of Pnei Ha'adam, but the face of nothing.
It's the makor of it's the shorish of what these things are.
We'll see soon,
right?
it's
the shorish of what these things are, right?
It's all ruchnis.
Like there's not
everything
like,
is talking.
it's the shorish when Mila and what we
have down here.
If you make a picture of it, it'd be like a chariot, like suspended by like.
If you make a picture of it, usually there will be Christians who do it, and they can make pictures of different flying objects, and there's a wheel within a wheel. There are pictures that the Taka took it literal, but you can't take it literal. We're going to see a Ben Chanal that talks about this.
This
But
is
here-
Maisa Hamakava.
This is Maseches Chagiga.
Yeah. This is
the things we're not supposed to learn and talk about.
literal.
So the Chananel says that the two wings that they would say Shira were taken away. Like we see in the Pasuk, these are the two wings. But Rabbanan said, which wings were taken away? The ones that covered their feet. How does he know that? We said before, the Pasuk says that you covered his legs with the wings, and the Cheskel Navi describes the wings, and it says their feet were standing upright and straight.
He saw the feet.
He saw the feet. If it wouldn't be taken away, how would he know? But it must be the reason he was able to see it because those were taken away. But here's a question. We're going to see it soon again. We've seen a question. 1 second. He also said Pnea Adam Pnea. He saw all these faces. The Gemara says. The Gemara asks this question right away. Dilma. Okay, so the Gemara asks back. Dilma, maybe they opened up their wings for a second, and he saw the feet. If you wouldn't say that, it says with Mus Pnei Pnei Adam that he saw the face. It was Pnei Adam, Pnei Ashoy, Pnei Ali, Pnei Neshal. How can you see the faces if they were covered? Would you also say that those wings were taken away? So the 4 wings taken away? It's not possible. Just like by the face, the Malach opened up the wings, so it's a Cheskel of a concede. So something also, the feet also were opened up and closed. And for the can you compare the wings that are covering the face to the wings that are covering the feet? Yes, the wings that are covering the face, he did open up. Why? Because to greet the Eibush, they had to open up the face for a second and greet. That's when Cheskel and Avi saw the face. But it's not derech eretz, it's not mannerism to open up the wings to show your feet to the master, the king. To show the face.
So they did have feet on their body.
Again, it's kavayachol. We can't really describe what's it called.
Such a head and feet.
These are our physical descriptions to make us a little bit understand.
So here, you know what? Let's go to Daf Yudalad. Let's go to Daf Yudalad. Rabbi Chananel in the middle. Chananel and Daf Yudalad here. You see the Taisus V'Tildan. So the middle of the Taisus. Now skip over the Chananel. There's Pirush Yesh Misha Oimel. I don't know if you can see. There's the B'dil Maskell is Kosev Echad Oimel V'Shal Leishek Amanoki. If you go down a little bit, that's in darker.
Which says for you.
And it says Pirush Yesh Misha Oimel.
Which says for you.
Not Ibn Chananel, not Taisus, Ibn Chananel. Ibn Chananel, it's different. It's different in Beirut and maybe some other.
Yeah, it's on the bottom.
Yeah,
So here it's over here.
it's over here.
No, here.
They were lucky here.
Oh, okay. So maybe it's different. I have different versions of different Gemaras.
Yeah, it's on the bottom.
So okay. So here's in middle. There's Pirush Yesh Mishoyim. There's some that say Mares Alolu. All these visions, Keder Chaloim Nirim. It's like a dream. At any time the Eibush revealed himself to a Navi, it wasn't a dream. And it says that I will compare myself to the Nevi'im. What's Pshat? It's coming to tell us that when the Eibush revealed himself to the Nevi'im, it's according to a form, according to a vision that person understands in his heart. So, in order for Yecheskel to understand the concept, he had to understand something that he understands. It may be full ruchnius, it's very difficult to grasp, but this was able to grasp. So, in order for Yecheskel to explain to us what he saw, he had to put it in writing as if he saw a foot, he saw a face.
But you didn't actually see that.
No. But the Eibush, Ein Ledmus does not have any dmus, does not have any tzura, any form. What's the proof that the Taka doesn't have a form? Because Gemarrah later on is going to say, ask a question. You see, sometimes the Eibush has black curly here, and sometimes he has white straight here. So what's going on? Because if it would always be one form, so he would be oidmus bachal oidam. He would either look like a young bachal, or oidmus zakan would look like an old man. El lamdach to teach shein shem muskal. El mashema ben avim ke'ein demus mashi yashel lefanov. What it shows in the Nevi'im is something that the Navi can understand. Okay, and the next one says that it's a malach. But anyways, but the Eivishter, when he showed all these nevuah to people, it was not a physical thing. In order to explain it to us, we cannot understand. Like, we say Yad Hashem and what's it called? All these different things is only for us to be able to grasp something, but it's not really a physical form. But back in the Gemarrah, so we say, we have a machlokes here between the Ben Chananel and the Abanim. Which of the two wings were taken away? Ben Chananel says the wings that they would fly with, which is the wings that say Shira, and the Abanim says no, it's the wings that of the feet because he saw feet. You're going to say that he saw faces also? No, it's not a problem. It's not a question because faces is so because that's how you greet the king. You open up, but showing the feet, it's not the chez. But to show feet, it's not the chez. Truth is, the Ben Chananel on this side, I'm just going to say what's it called, knocks that out as well. He brings a little bit of a different shot. Why did the Banim basically in the Gemarrah said that the reason why Yecheskel was able to see the face is because the Malachim, when they greeted the king, they opened it up to show the face. Ben Chananel says actually a different reason, an amazing reason. The reason why the Eibusher made that the Malachim should open up their wings so that Yecheskel should see their faces is that Yecheskel should see that there's an ox there, and later on it should go daven to be removed. But we don't see any difference with Yecheskel seeing feet. So by the face, you can say the reason why Yecheskel saw a face is because they wanted Yecheskel daven. What's the reason Yecheskel had to see the feet? It must be they took away the feet. They took away the wings of the feet. But then he asks back that no, could it be that for the same token, he's saying that there's a reason why the Eibishter made the mouth open up the wings so he can see the face. So Yecheskel can daven. Maybe the Eibishter made the mouth open up the wings of the feet so Yecheskel can see that their feet were straight, and like we were saying in Gemarrah B'dachas, that this teaches us that when you daven Shemona Esrei, you have to have daven straight, feet have to be together. Agleim derech Yeshala teaches us you have to daven with the Shemona Esrei feet together. So maybe that's the reason. So basically knocks over the abundance thing. But what it says and what we accept today is that which wings were taken off, is the wings of the flying the Shira. Shall I bring me a siddur, please, just quickly? One of the things I mentioned was the tefillah on Yontif. We said tefillah that in the middle of Musaf of Yontif, we say, we don't have the Beis Hamikdash. Then we ask the Eibush, please, may it be your will that he should have the Chmanas in us and we should rebuild the Beis Hamikdash. Do it quickly. And then, Galek Kavod Malchuscha, reveal to us the Kavod Malchuscha, the honor, the great honor of your kingdom. What is the connection? In order for the Eibush to reveal his great honor, do you have to have a Beis Hamikdash? You don't have to have a Beis Hamikdash in order to reveal. And if the Eibush wants to reveal, why does it only have to be the Kavod Malchuscha? It could be Hoyte Faltecha, it could be his Gvuda, his Teferes, his Malch. There's so many attributes, so many different ways of saying what the Eibush is. Why Kavod Malchuscha? So I saw a Vod. It's brought in the article brings it down. It's interesting about from the Gemara. He says that in Tikkunei Zoyar, it is brought down, and Tikkunei Zoyar is very difficult to read, but Tikkunei Zoyar then brings in a whole thing about Shira. The whole Tikkunei Zoyar number 13 is discussing Shira, song, and it goes through the entire thing, what it does, and and it goes up, and the Muvav goes up, and this goes down, and basically it says that when the Shira goes up, it goes up with the 6 wings of the Malachim, which is Shema Yisrael Hashem Elokeinu Hashem Echad. There's 6 words. Shema Yisrael Hashem Elokeinu Hashem Echad. When it comes down here, which is Negea to us, it's Baruch Shem Kavod Malchusah and Vod. Baruch Shem is the 2 wings for the face. Kavod Malchusah are the 2 wings that someone flies with, and the Olam Vod is 2 wings that covers the feet. So the Gemara explained that when the Eibishter took away the Beis Hamikdash, when the Shira of the Levim was taken away in the Beis Hamikdash, like one of the things we asked that the Levim should go back to singing, when that was taken away, Kaviyachal, but the Eibishter's Shira was also taken away. And that's which wings does that represent? The middle ones. Kavod Malchuscha. Baruch Shem. Kavod Malchusai Lo'ilam Vod. So that which wings were taken away? The Kavod Malchusai. So therefore we asked the Eibusha, bring back the Beis Hamikdash. Let the Levim sing again. And then, once the Levim sing again, now we can ask, please return the two wings that are Kavod Malchuscha, Avil Malkeinu, Gale Kavod Malchuscha Aleinu. Bring back the two wings that have Kavod Malchuscha. So maybe that is why this Tefillah Dafka Kavod Malchuscha goes right after asking the Eibusha to build us the Beis Hamikdash.
Where's Shiv Shad? Siddur Ziv?
No, in the art scroll on the bottom had a whole long thing about it, and it brought from the Gula and the Tikkun Zohar. It's a very interesting word. Okay. Sagt die Gemarrah weiter.
It's in that chapter.
Check it out.
Sagt die Gemarrah weiter. Kosev Echad Oimah. 7 lines in man. Kosev Echad Oimah. There's one pasuk that says, Elef alofin ishim shunei v'riba yeravam kadmui kumun. 1,000 of 1,000, basically 1 million, serve the Eibishter. This is a pasuk in Daniel. It talks about the Geula, talks about different things. And one of the things it says that there's an Ahadinul, a river of fire, comes out, and from there you see 1,000 times 1,000 are serving the Eibishter. So 1 million are serving the Eibishter. And 10,000 times 10,000 is 100 million. Kadmu Yakum and stand in front of the Eibishter and just in respect. So how many malachim is that? 101 million malachim are serving the Eibishter. Kosev Echad Oimah in a different pasuk says, in Eoiv, Eoiv answers, I think one of Esav's kids, he answers him that the greatness of the Eibishter, and he says that Hayesh Misbalak Dudov, is there a count for all the companies of malachim that the Eibishter had? There's no count. So the Gemarrah brings two answers. The Gemarrah brings answer number one, again the same answer like before. Lekashi kam bizman she Beis Hamikdash kayam. When the time the Beis Hamikdash was still standing, in the times of Daniel, the Beis Hamikdash was still standing. It says over there it's full. Kan Ia was talking about later on. She'em Beis Hamikdash kayam kaviyachol shenismata. Sorry, the opposite. Ia was before the Beis Hamikdash was even built. So the Eibishter's, what was the Eibishter's army? Was unending. There was no count. There was a number that doesn't exist. Hayesh Misma. There is no number to that amount of soldiers, of servants, of malachim that Eibishter had. Daniel was at the end later on. That it says that the Eibishter's army was lessened. Tana Rebbe says a different answer, and this answer is actually brought in Chassidus. 1,000 times 1,000, 1 million are the ones that are serving as the Eibishter, and 100 million are standing, and this is the amount of one company. Misbag Dud Echad Uligdudav. How many companies did Eibishter have? There's no amount, there's no number of how many companies of malachim the Eibishter had. So therefore, yes, they are both correct. There is no, you cannot count the amount of malachim the Eibishter has, because we only know how much is in one company, but how many companies the Eibishter had, we don't know. There's no amount, there's no account for how many companies the Eibishter had. Rabbi answers differently. That the Eibishter has 1 million servants just to work on the Hadinun. Shnema Hadinun. 101 million malachim was serving the Eibishter in the Nahadinol.
Is that in Gan Eden or where's that?
That's really between each Gan Eden was a Nahadinol, between each when you go up levels. So how many? But there are many more malachim, so we don't know the amount. But over there we know that Daniel said that's how many malachim that are serving the Eibishter in Nahadinol. What is the Nahadinol? Where does it come from and where does it go to? A river flows from one end to the other end. Where does it go from? Where does it go to? It says Nahadinol, the river of fire. Nagat v'nafik, it goes back and forth and it comes out of somewhere. V'nafik, it goes out. Mechanafik, where does it come out from? So the Gemarrah, it comes out. Mezeya, Amar Rabbi Abba Marav, Miziyosan shel chayos. It comes up from the sweating, the perspiration of the chayos, of the malachim that are going in front of the Eibishter. That creates the river of fire. Olev and shafich. Where does it hard to spill into? Amarav zuta batovi amarav al roish reshoim begehenim. It spills on top of the heads of the reshoim begehenim shenema. Hine isas Hashem chemo is a storm, a angry storm. Yotza v'sam ischar l'rosh reshoim yochel, and a whirly storm is spilled out on the heads of the reshoim. That's what he says. The river spills out on a kumtu, the ones that folded or snatched away. What's pshat? Shenema, it says in pasuk. This pasuk is also in Eoiv. It's also part of the answer, I believe, of Eoiv answering.
This is your Miyah, no?
No, this is Eoiv. Asher kumtu. It says Asher kumtu v'le'esno yitzak yisoidam. What's kumtu? It says over there that Asher kumtu, they were snatched away. V'loi eis, before the time. No yitzak yisoidam. A river was spilled in their foundations. What is this kumtu?
What do they do?
So it's 1 second. What's kumtu? Who is snatched away? What is going on? Tanya of Shimon Achasid, Shimon Achasid said, Elu Chamiyos, Yeshivim v'Abba Doyer Shekumtu Leibois Koidem Shnivu Olam. Shimon Achasid said, 974 generations were snatched away before they were created. V'loi nivu, when they were not created. Why? Look at Nashi on Dafid Gimel Beis, the second to last Nashi Shekumtu. Al Tov Tov Kuf Ein Dal, 974 Doyers generations. Shehevim in oil and Matan Torah, took away from the world before Matan Torah. V'loi belon, and did not create them. Come on, like we said, we were going to say this soon. But Nosno, where does Rashi say? Where did he put them? Begehinoim. And again, Valeim Neifel Shenema Bahem, and the river of fire, the Nahadra, falls on these 974 generations. Shenema Ben V'Nahal Yotzak Esodim and Nodinu Shemutzak Aleim, it spilled in them.
What do they do with bad that they're deserving?
Kum to Leibalis, Nigzo Leibalis, they were decreed that they should be created, and then they weren't created. Koidim Shneim V'Olam, the Rashi next page, Yidal Kem Shneim V'Olam, Nigza Aleim Leibalis Leis Koidim Matan Torah, they really were supposed to be for Matan Torah. Shilekayim Hashanema, to do what it says in the Pasuk, Dava Tziva Le'elev Do'eh, the Eibishter will, it says in Tehillim, the Eibishter would give the Torah, Dava, the Eibishter's Davad, in the Eibishter's words, he would command us after 1,000 generations. The Torah should have been given after 1,000 generations. But the time when he saw the world cannot survive without Torah, Amad, he stood up, and according to Rashi's first shot, V'tildan, and he wiped them away, and he put them in Gehenna, like Rashi before it said.
I think the Torah would have been given now, sometime now.
1 second. V'nosno, they said Chavav Doiras Ma'adam Elishan, and he ended up giving it 26 generations from the world's creation. So 26 plus 974 is exactly 1,000. So the Eibishter took away 974 generations. Now here's the thing. What did they do? They didn't do anything. The Eibishter saw that they are worse than Gen Z. The Eibishter saw that they are much worse than what generations what we have now. And the Eibishter saw that it's impossible to create them all in one time, or generation after generation, because the world is not going to do anything. It's going to be worse than Meinoyach. So the Eibishter basically took them all and wiped them off. According to
it's mashma here that that's the problem.
So what I was thinking is that, it says that Hashem created the world and he destroyed the world before he created this world. Something maybe that's
it. But so in the same vein, the Eibishter had a plan that the world will prepare itself over 1,000 generations, become more elevated, and better itself, and then reach a place where now it can give it 1,000 generations in. And he saw that's not possible. That if I do that, then these what's it called? They're gonna end. So why did it end up again? And these generations are going to go down and down. And we saw Noach never. 10 generations from Avram to Noach, boom, not good. 10 generations from Noach to Avram, also from Adam to Noach and Noach to Avram, also not good. He saw that it's not shaykh. You have to do it much faster. You can't wait 1,000 generations. He saw in advance that if he lets those 974 generations live, they will mess up. They didn't mess up yet. But that's what the Mashar in the Tosfos, the Mashar explains. There is so no evil. Amar HaKadosh Baruch Hu, Eibishter stood up and said, "What? V'shoslam Here's a Gilsa Vetildan, and he took them away. Some people say that Abisha took those 971 generations, and spread them out over all the generations until today. They're all spread out. Who are they? The These are the ones, the most chutzpahdik, the ones that stand up against the Abishta, the ones that go against the Abishta in each generation.
But you
They
still
could
have
imagine that if the Abishta would all, if they would all be in one generation at one time, how terrible it would be. So Tosfos asked this question. What's according to that? Rashi says the Abishta put him in Gehenna. Why would you put him in Gehenna? They didn't do anything bad yet. Just like by Shmuel, we just had by Shmuel, by Rosh Hashanah, we're going to have it soon in Maseches. The Malachim went to the Abishta and said, "Look, Shmuel is going to kill so many Yidden after the Chulban. Now, especially we know even worse. Why make him live? Just take him out. He's dying anyways. He's sick. Why help him out?" So the Abishta said, "He's a tzaddik or he's a rasha now." So the Malachim said, "He's a tzaddik now." So I'm going according to the Meisim of now. If that's the case, it's the same should be applied here. 974 generation was supposed to be created. I know that in the future it might be bad, but why not create them?
Isn't that Rashi and Bereshis?
It's Rashi and Bereshis. That was Rashi and Bereshis about Bechlal, about if the Abishta knows he's going to wipe out the world, why even create it?
Right.
Yeah.
It didn't happen yet.
There was one Rashi in Bereshis. V'nicham, the end of Bereshis, Kenichamti ki asisim. The Rashi where there's asked that the Abishta doesn't know. Yeah. Doesn't the Abishta know what the future is going to bring?
Oh, is that just like?
So that's basically, it says that it's a mistake in the Gemarrah. It shouldn't be v'ikol amanda oma v'shaslan. It's toldan v'shaslan. The Abishta basically separated them and put them around in the entire world. Unlike Rashi, it says he put them in Gehenna. The Abishta put them in the spread them out, and when those people end up in Gehenna, the Abishta spills out and Hadir knows on top. Just to finish up with this small thing.
Was it like liquid lava?
So what? Yeah, I don't know. Again, is it lava? I'm not sure what it is. What is a generation? How many years is your generation? So yeah. So how many years?
Where in between was supposed to be? Where was supposed to be? After Adam.
This is supposed to be before Matan Torah. So after Avram Avinu, it was supposed to be another 990 generations. 980.
The Torah would have been given around now. Like
no,
we would have.
According to the thing, well, there's different opinions of what a generation is. In Eov, there's a pasuk that Eov lived 140 years and it saw 4 generations. So the pasuk, if you divide that, then it's 35 years a generation. The Akanti in Kabbalah comes to a conclusion back and forth because something didn't fit. That's that. So the generations of 50 years is a generation.
Really?
So 35 times 1,000 is 35,000 years. Right? So the time would have been given.
No, but it's
another.
If it's 50, even more.
If it's 50, it's 50,000 years. The Mashal here says that v'shaslam v'chol doyer v'doyer v'tzeloim adoyer nema al yutshonim. 10 years is your generation. Even then, we're still 3,000 something years away from there. So what is generation?
5,000.
Oh.
So 5,000 years away.
4,000 something. Yeah, 4,000 something. You're right, 4,200 something years. So in any case, however you slice it or dice it, the Torah should have been given according to that many years.
5,000 years.
Maybe this is what the Zalman Shiur used to say.
Should have been given
in another 5,200 something years.
But the Mashiach comes by 6,000. So what does that mean?
So everything changed. I guess everything changed. They saw that the whole
thing.
thing
Hashem wanted to have in mind that he was going to give the Torah at around year 10,000.
The same way the Eibishter wanted to give in 1,000. The same Achshav the Eibishter knew he's not going to be able to do it. It's like the same Eibishter that know. It was the same Achshav. He knew. In any case, we're lucky that we're not part of the 974 generations.
Well,
either
it goes on Chasaron on Bnei Adam.
Yeah, they couldn't. The world could not stay around without the Torah. We needed the Torah to the Gemarrah finishes off. It goes actually. It's a positive thing that the whole thing of the Hadar spilling out is actually a positive thing. It goes on to Talmid Chachamim that make themselves more humble when you learn Torah. The Eila Talmidim B'Chav, these are the Talmidim B'Chav shemekamtin atzma al Torah. They make themselves humble on the Torah, ba'olam hazeh, in this world, v'Kadosh Baruch Hu b'Galam Soid l'Olam Haba, and the Eibishter reveals to them secrets l'Olam Haba. And Emma now Yitzchak Soidam, that this Na'adnuni is actually full of secrets, and the Eibishter gives them when they come to Olam Haba after they sat and learned this entire.